welcome to my channel. I thought today we would make these pockets and their side tucks. Now that's not completely finished because there's a subject in this and I haven't finished it. So what I did to make my pockets, what I used was this paper. So if I want to make the bookmark, I use my glue stick and trim it across there, and I take a little bit from the bottom because then it meets up with the pocket. With my pocket, I just went like that and like that, but I doubled my pages, and then I Mod Podged. On mine, I Mod Podge too much. So when you Mod Podge too much, you need this. Mod Podge is very sticky and it dries sticky, so you need to use the acrylic sealant. Okay, so what I decided to do, again, is using what I've got, and that's the aim of doing them in supplies technique. Now, I'm not happy with just that background, so I'm thinking I might use some torn paper. So like this, because it's really deep, and I just think that's what these tabs need, because they're too soft. So I'm going to solidify them. Now they can be decorated on both sides, because I think I did that with those ones. So I've already put the ribbon in me tab, but it needs to be punched in. I'll do it later because it didn't work for me. Anyway, let's get on with it. So, to be fast, and because I use too much Mod Podge, you're better off using fabric glue. So to start with, I'm going to, ink, brain freeze. So you've got to ink everything. I ink everything. So it's really soft. That's because I use too much Mod Podge. So you guys get to learn from my experience. You only need a little bit mixed with water, and then spray the acrylic sealant. So actually probably should have did the inking before I used the sealant, but anyway. So they're easy to do. Like I said, a couple of folds and they're done. Now I sewed around my bookmarks, but not the pockets. Now I don't know who was doing these, but I've seen someone do them. I don't know if it's Tracy Fox or Gail, but I know it was one of those two. So what I do, because I cut that paper, I want to give it more depth. It's a really deep colour. So I'm going to do that for all of them. Yeah, sometimes you think, oh, what am I going to do? What I'm going to do? So, yeah. So we'll do it to the four of them because I really like this. I just actually cooked that too much, but I like how the consistency, how it looks, and it just makes my page. So, as you've seen, I prepared for this so it doesn't go too long. Oh no, I know what I'm going to do. I'll use those for the backs on these. They haven't been inked. because I don't want a time waste. So I normally ink them really well. Now if you had a light Mod Podge, you'd have been able to ink it easier. I sewed mine up, but once I do the layers on them, they actually are really good. Okay, stop time wasting. Okay, so I'll see if I hope my ink hasn't dried out. I know it hasn't. I just wanted to give them a bit of depth. So yeah, these make good side pockets, tucks, and you can have a bookmark in them, you know, and I think they're a great idea. Just make sure when you do this that you actually really seal them well, because sometimes we forget to do that. I don't bother doing the back of mine because I don't need it. Hope you guys are enjoying the coming of spring. We're going into autumn here. So I'd say we're getting frost in the cold mornings, you know. We still get some warm days. We've still got fires burning despite the fact that we are going into autumn. So, okay. So you're just going to make sure when you do these that you have glued them well. Yeah, I want to put something on the back of them. So what am I going to use? Or actually this can be the front. I really like it. As you know, I like tearing. And tearing's good because that's what creates your pages. Now I don't know what this is from. It could be a newspaper, but it's been Mod Podged. Or actually, it could have been Puzzle Saver, which I would have showed you in another video. And Puzzle Saver is good because it actually gives you that nice feel, and you don't lose the actual well, the print lasts a lifetime with Puzzle Saver. That's why it's called, I guess, Puzzle Saver. But yeah, I've been using it for a long time. So what I did, I laid it in between so you could still see my sewing. So we'll make 2 of these. Yeah, that looks good. I always use lots and lots of ink because I like my things inked well, and I don't know, it's a genie thing, I guess, so I don't know, but that's what I do. No, I prep these beforehand, as you see, for time's sake, because otherwise we'll be here for a while. I'm a bit on the slow mode, so, but I want to just show you this technique, and I'm not even sure who it was, but I'd say it's either Tracy Fox or Gail. They are really good at what they do. I suppose I'm good at what I do in my work. As you can see, my little punches come out, but I need to punch it in properly. I have to use a hammer because my punch isn't working correctly, or I'm not doing it correctly. I just have problems with punches. So today we've got that, and we've got that. That's made it solid now. Same with that one. So what I need to do is basically find something that would layer over the top of what I'm doing. I don't need a lot, as you can see. I only need a bit, so we'll do a little bit there, because I don't want to get rid of my picture. So I'll have that bit of lace. So you never, this is just clothing. I cut clothing up and I utilise them. Now you can use a glue stick, but I'm just, because of the Mod Podge, I don't think my lace will stick. So that's the reason why I'm doing this. You can decorate these any way you like. I like layers. From what you can gather, that's how I do my work. And these are going in my personal journal. The other journal is, I've been working on it for some time. Well, not a long time, but I've been working on it. My own personal journal, I've been working on it since well before Christmas. And I still got a lot of work to do. Okay. So next bit of lace will go on. Oh, I didn't stick it well. Told you, with Mod Podge, you need to use fabric glue. It's the only way to stick your lace down. Otherwise you're going to have problems for coming out of your pocket. So I might lay a little bit on this one, because I actually want to see that print. So I don't want to put too much on it. And then we'll find something else to break that, because I like breaking the page. So what am I going to use? No. You always know when something looks right and when something doesn't. So I'm trying to think of an element to use for a pocket. For the pocket. Like I said, I'm not running at my best, so I do hope you get something out of this video. So I might put that for that pocket. And utilise that. But I need to find something else for these, to put on top of these, and I will. Now, sorry if you can't hear me, my voice is very scratchy, but I'm trying my best, and you can basically see what I'm doing anyway. Oh, I'm upset that that come undone, but I'll punch it in when I finish the video. Okay, so now we've got to decide what we're going to put on here. And I'm going to use the same fabric, the same lace actually. Like I said, this is from a top. I destroy, the clothes destroyer. Now, it doesn't matter if it's off the page, because like I said, this is going to be your side pocket. I might put this way. There. Now, what else can I add? This is the problem. You've got to figure out what you want to add and how good you want it to look. So normally what I do is find something that's going to balance it all out. See, I think they need something too to break them, which I'll find something, but I've got to make sure that they're fixed on the page properly. I've got a bit of Tim Holt stuff there. That can be always good. I think this is from Kelly's kit. Maybe that might go in well if I rip into it. Right, don't ever be scared of ripping into a page and just ink well. Like inking is your best friend. And then you can use, because this has been printed on white paper, so you can use anything. So I'm still layering, as you can see, because I want it to fit in. Beautiful. I think that might work. Sometimes you don't know what will work and what's going to work, and this is why layering is really good technique to learn. It's easy. You just keep adding and adding till you're satisfied. That's what I do anyway. A lot of people probably do it different to me. But this is the way I do it, and I feel this is the way that it works for me. And you know what I didn't do is ink that. So, and I wanted that. Oh well, that can go over it actually. Sometimes things work to your favour. Makes it more shape. So then, because I've decided to use this lovely lady, which is, like I said, I'm sure it's from Kelly's kit, and I don't waste nothing, like nothing. See how I sort of made it so it's like it's starting, and because that's a bit lighter, just go around it and it'll blend in nicely. So that's basically what I've done with it. That's the pocket. Now, what are we going to do with the next one? And that's it. You've just got to figure out what is going to work and make it work for you. I'm just seeing what I've got. Because sometimes that's all it requires, seeing what you got and working with it. Or this one's better. Now this is going to work to our advantage because we're laying over it. So I'll just take a bit off. Again, we're going to ink. So never be hesitant in cutting up a picture because it actually works. You know, that was, I don't know, this one might have been from Lynn's kit, I think. I don't know. I never know whose papers they come from. I just remember bits and pieces, you know, of where something comes from. So, because it's that way, I'm going to have to layer it that way. So I've got to tear a bit here. because you want it messy up the top. You want to make sure it's down properly. And sometimes I forget to do that. So because I use pink ribbon, I tend to look for papers with the dash of pink in them. And then let it flow from there. And what did I do with the other piece? Oh, there. Maybe I should wear glasses and might work, won't it? But yeah, just these little tips is what actually produces really good journals. Because you're using your scraps, you know, we're junk journalists. And when you're junk journaling, you use what you've got. Like, I'm of opinion, the only thing I really buy a lot of these days is probably the occasional kit and my what's the word I'm looking for? Glues. And I might need Mod Podge from now and then, but you can make your own, or you can actually use PV glue, and that will work just as good as Mod Podge. You just water it down a bit. So there's that. We'll fit at the end of the page. We're going right close to it. But it needs another element because I don't think I've done that too good. So oh, that looks good. Since we use the background on our bookmarks, this is actually good. This is a Tim Holtz picture too, by the way, so you know what I'm using. I want to find something, just, you'll see what I mean, just to break it a little. Yes. And that's all it needs, you know, you just look for something that might work for you. And this is Tim Holtz, so, and because I cut there, you need something there to layer over it. That's what I do, just to break it. So there's your two pockets. They still need a good ink. And they will go in my journal, like so. Or they can be a centre tuck, or there. And it'll be a tuck. So you always glue, it's not going in that journal because it's going in my personal one, but I left them plain because this is what this journal is, plain. So two little pockets. Now we're going to fix the journaling cards, and I'm going to put the 50 cents on there, but I'm going to ink it well. I always leave my cottons dangling, I don't know. I just like that. I just like that look. So, I just do it, I guess. Because I wanted a nice element of sorts up here, since I used the lace and that, and the lace is not stuck down properly. and we need it to be so it can go into the pocket properly. So that one's got that on it. See, that sort of stayed within the range of what the colour themes I was at. So with this one, I've got to fix it. Isn't it annoying when your ribbon comes out? But that's not getting it fixed, and this is not stuck down properly. That's because I use too much Mod Podge. So when you use your Mod Podge, don't forget to dilute it. Right. Now we've got to find something for this. And sometimes it doesn't take much, like a photo, or what else can I use? It's not working. And that's what happens. Sometimes it doesn't work. It's still not stuck down. It's because of the Mod Podge. So I just hold my finger on it for a little bit and that will dry, the fabric glue. Right, what am I going to put there? It's not going to go. You basically know what's going to go and what isn't going to go. And like I said, this is just the stuff that I keep in my little bin. Actually, that might go. Because I'm staying on the same colour theme, so. And because it's white, I always give it a little bit more of a. And you think, why didn't you use a picture? Well, why would I when I've got a lovely lady there and house and all that, all from that print I used, which is something I found in a magazine and I'm used Puzzle Saver on. So that's the beauty of this sorter. It doesn't normally take me this long to do a video. Like I said, I'm not feeling the best. So there's your journaling card. There's your pocket. Like I say, I would like to thank Tracy Fox. So there's your, but don't forget to measure your page because you don't want this to. Now, what I was going to do with this is actually use a safety pin, and I don't know what I've done with it. Doesn't need to know. So that one's going to go for there. So don't forget to measure them before you do them, because you might end up in trouble. But yeah, I was going to use a safety pin and put a dangle on it, but I didn't bring nothing to dangle on, so they're my pockets. Like I said, what I show you is really basically ideas. So I hope you heard that correctly and like it and whatnot. I'll be putting them in my personal journal because I need side pockets. And this personal journal has been happening since well before Christmas. So it's full of things that people actually gave me. So I do love this journal. In said, I add things that people gave me, and it's just a cute little journal. So yeah, that's me personal, and the other one's going to be as well. But I actually used a kit in there, so you'll be seeing it at one stage. So there they are. They're your pockets. Like I said, don't forget, like, bend it like that, but use 2 sheets. Water down your Mod Podge. You Mod Podge it lightly because you get a very secure pocket. I would trim it a bit because that will fit to your page. And when you're making the other bit, again, you just use your glue stick, glue it down, and then, like, I always cut about there, or if you want to, you can do it that way, but I prefer this way because then you're getting rid of that excess writing there. So thanks for watching, and I hope they've been helpful. But like I said, these are your side pockets, or you can just slip them in your journal with a clip, or you can put them down flat. It's up to you. But if you were going to just slip them down your journal, I would put something on the back as well. I don't, because I normally use these as my side pockets. So there they are. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.